Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, welcome back in. This is part three. If you didn't see the other videos, check them out. The first one is just titled Mutable Signs, okay? And I kind of explain why I'm doing this. The second one's part, two. Obviously, this is part three. And the reason I'm doing this, I'll kind of go over it again just to summarize, but I kind of feel like, we are the transition type signs, okay? That's why we are mutable signs. And the thing about it is we are very adaptable, we're flexible, but we are mostly about transition. We're into our feelings. I'm a Pisces personally, so I could tell you that emotionally wise, I kind of feel like each time we transition into a new season or whatever, I really feel the weight of that. So if you're like me, or if you have that, say, I'm not to say that other signs are not this way, but this is kind of what the mutable signs are known for. So transition. I also I also paid attention to the last videos that we did, and I started to get a hint of possibly two queens coming together. This could be male, male, female, female. It could be polyamorous, throuple. It could be multiple people in a relationship. But I did notice that in the two readings, two queens came out. So that's very interesting. The last video I did, part one, also talked, or part two, I'm sorry, talked about, this new coming, this 2026 that's coming up. So I'm really excited. I liked the last reading. Like I said, I can leave, the video description after the video if I can remember to do that. I am getting to where I kind of forget a lot of things, but I will try to do that. And if not, just go to the channel, check it out. It's under Mutable Signs in the playlist. So, that being said, I am not going to timestamp these. This will not be individual reads for, the signs. I'm pulling them all together, and that's the reason why. Because I kind of feel like there's a super connection between mutable signs, and we all feel that. So that's why I'm trying to do all these reads together. So this reading could apply to you in certain areas, and maybe not. But we'll try to find the cards in there that kind of determine maybe see the signs or whatever. So let's get into the read. I'm talking too much, but I love to talk. So we're going to see what kind of energies are out there for Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. What wants to be said? What needs to be heard? This is kind of a mini collective, so to speak. There's 4 signs involved, so there's a lot of energy. Excuse me, I got a little wispy going on in my chest still. I've been fighting an allergy / stomach ache, stomach flu. I was out for a couple of months, so my channel suffered big time. But that's okay, It's all right. I'm just gonna hang in there and keep going with it. I like to read the cards. I'm learning a lot from the cards, my personally myself. So, okay, we're not really seeing anything come out, so I'm just gonna pull and draw. And what we've got right off the bat is the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful card, wonderful card, very grounded, earth sign, right? The Nine of Pentacles means life of luxury. We all wish that, right? I mean, some of us? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not necessarily a life of luxury kind of guy. This is not about me. This is about everybody else. I'll get into that if I have to. But the Nine of Pentacles, very grounded nature. Already done the work, put in the hard work. You can see all the pentacles there. Each one of those are attributes of the 9, okay? These are investments that she's made spiritually, physically, emotionally, health, wealth, stability, okay? But very nurturing type of nature. So maybe this is you. Maybe this is you, or maybe this is somebody coming in for you. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, I do feel, well, here we go. Look at this. I just said relationship. Contracts, marriage. 4 of Wands represents a union of some type coming together. I don't want to speak too soon, but we could be talking about twin flame. We could be talking about proposal. We could be talking about contracts, okay? The 9 of Pentacles also is a card about wealth and stability in things, okay? So there could be something contractually binding here. This could apply to, somebody in that area. I I just thought, yeah, I was getting a feeling of Virgo. Pentacles applies to Virgo. Not always, but really it kind of does to Virgo. But anyway, we'll see what's going on. So anyway, Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So if it's relationship-wise, maybe we'll find out what else might be coming in. Oh, no, yeah, okay. We had 3 plop out here on me. Okay, check it out. So, nice card. 6 of Wands. Celebration, victory. Could be people surrounding you. It's nice to see that we're transitioning from the 4 to the 6, right? It's kind of an upgrade. So this could be a union and a celebration coming in for somebody. Somebody could be, like I said, about to have a huge party. Celebration, of some kind. The 6 of Wands is also kind of, as far as emotional wise, assured and stable and convincing. It's a convinced card. So next card to come out, 10 of Pentacles. So we're graduating from the 9 to the 10 as well. So this is all about graduation. There could be somebody graduating from a university or school, because Pentacles talks about health, wealth, stability type scenario, and in contracts as well. But the 10 also represents loyalty, family, connections, the legacies, passing on a legacy. So, wow, cool. Like I said, the last 2 reads, if you didn't see them, I was really impressed with the reads. I just feel like there is 2026. It's the number 10 also. 2026. 2 and 2 is 4. 6 and 4 is 10, according to the math, right? And so then we have the 10 come out. So it's a new phase of your life coming in. The cards are not lying to us here. This is what they mean. This is what they say. And I can appreciate that. So a new beginning of some type. And, awesome. This could not have played out any better. I promise you I did not do that. I'm going to have to get my camera to show you the cards as I'm shuffling. Look what wants to come out here. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Right? Surrounded by earth. Right? Humility. Strength. A knowing about finances, a knowing about money. She did the work. She was the 9, but became this. So this is a beautiful scenario. So we have graduated from 9, 10, right straight to the Queen. This could be an offering coming in to somebody's life, because we saw a union of some type take place, right? With the 4 of Wands. If this is you, congratulations. It feels like relationship-wise, a celebration around something, but it also feels like I said, a legacy. There could be somebody who is receiving something, a family inheritance of some kind, which I'm not judging. I wished I had some of that to come my way. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of rich people in my family. But a legacy is beautiful, or leaving a legacy for somebody is even more beautiful thought, right? And you're not going to believe this. I mean, yeah, you are. I'm going to show you. But check that out. Again, the 8 of Pentacles. Somebody has definitely got their head into this, and I'm saying 8, 9, 10. How? We'll get them straight, right? So this is work related. Somebody is about to get a promotion of a big type sort, or their ships are coming in a big way, and this applies to all of us, right? So Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces. This is cumulative. This is amazing. And what's so cool is the last 2 readings felt the same way. So it's like, I haven't experienced this energy in the cards in a very long time, So that's like, it's eye-opening, and I'm kind of getting like, I don't know, kind of getting nervous, got a nervous feeling. Hey, maybe that applies, right? Like, I don't know about you, but sometimes it's hard to accept blessings. Sometimes it's hard to, when offerings come in, maybe you've been in a state where you grew up, let's say impoverished, for example, and you just kind of got into that frame of mind of, just accepting is what happens, what comes. You make the best out of things, and then blessings come into your life. And you've been so used to fighting and trying to scramble for the scraps off a Longshanks table. That was a quote from a movie, but yeah, you've just been accepting what scraps were left over, not because you're so frugal, or not that you're so in the mindset of a mentality that says, well, I really don't need anything, I'm okay. But to accept a gift as it comes in, sometimes that can be pretty hard, pretty tough to do. So I'll keep going with the cards, but I just kind of feel like there was a little shred of a situation there in that. Maybe from the background that you came from. Somebody came from very humble beginnings and turned it into a legacy, right? And maybe this is being passed down to you. I don't feel the weight of any of that. It sure feels like everything is just perfect. Or maybe somebody's entering into this union. Okay. My goodness. Again. It's just, I'm telling you, the Queen of Wands, right? The last two readings. You are going to have to see the last two readings. Get in there. Get focused. Hello. Focus up. Sorry about that, guys. My camera's just not really doing it. But the Queen of Wands, okay? Fire sign. In between, sitting in between the 10 of Pentacles. So this could be bringing somebody into a stable environment, okay? This could be two queens surrounding a steady environment. And like I said, those last two readings really kind of gave me a hint at maybe a female relationship. Or like I said, it also hinted at possibly throuple, because there was a King of Pentacles in the other reading coming in too. But it didn't feel immature at all. It felt very mature. The whole card lay. You're just going to have to see the reading. It was just so beautiful. I love it, right? Okay, but we also have the World. I love this card. It's so shiny. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm sorry. I'm getting used to these. They're a brand new deck. But yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Couldn't have been any better timing. Get in there. That way at least you can read it and go, yeah, dumbass, that was the Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, I'm trying to get used to this new deck. It's a brand new deck. So, and they're slick as snot. So, but the World and the Wheel of Fortune also talk about cycles, the beginning and the ending, and transformation of those cycles. Remembering that, we're leaving in, entering out of that Sagittarius type and going into Capricorn. So that is the ending of a cycle as well. And then there's also this possibly new financial means, possibly a union of some kind. The cards don't lie, even if I did get it wrong there for a second, it's just the cards are saying what they're saying. This is a brand new cycle. And the energy that I'm feeling, like I said, is very positive. And maybe it's just the collective energy in general. We are entering into the, if you celebrate Christmas or anything like that, or the spirituality wise, it really tends to be heightened around this time of year. But this feels like a very, very open nature, and very mature, very, like I said, I keep getting contractual for some reason. Like I said, union, a marriage, something coming up. And so Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, together, what questions do we need to know? What do we need to find out that's beneficial for us, that, or just a confirmation? Maybe this is just another confirmation. This is part 3. Part 3 is transmutation. Part 3 is wish fulfilled. Part 3, in the Kabbalah, the number 3 is transmuting. It's what you're becoming. It is also, it talks about maybe like what you're trying to manifest. Okay. And so there's a few scenarios here. Like I said, it could be new job, could be relationship wise. And then just a new mindset in general, because, with the, with the Wheel of Fortune and everything too. So leaving one and entering into another, but nothing's popping out. So I'm going to draw a card. Let's see. An offering, a love offering. Page of Swords. It has to be that. It's communication coming in about that union, about that contract, about that money, about that wealth, right after Wheel of Fortune, right? So something's coming in and something's coming in. And it feels like, with the page, it could be a younger, person. This could be an immaturity or a brand new situation. I don't really like to always use the immaturity thing because that could offend people. But, in certain circumstances, whenever we have cards that show chaos, turmoil, tyranny, that type of thing, a lot of times the pages will show up and it kind of lets you know that maybe we're talking about maybe a younger person. Younger in mind, not that you're bad. But the page represents kind of that youthful spirit and youthful energy. So this could be talking about the newness of this cycle. And like I said earlier, we're trying to say that, well, sometimes we have a hard time accepting our blessings, accepting things that are good because we're not used to it, right? So this is the newness of this cycle that's taking place. So maybe the energy that is surrounding it is new, and to me it feels really, really good. So, all right, what else? We're going to do one more card here, and then we'll maybe do two more cards. I don't know. Depends, right? Come on. What do we need to know here? This is an amazing reading, and I'm so appreciative and grateful. And I hope people join me. That is my New Year's resolution. I hope people join me. I hope people realize that I mean well. Okay. And as soon as I said that, right? The Emperor. The Emperor means no nonsense. He didn't become the Emperor by being a pushover. He did not become the Emperor by being everybody's butt end of the joke. He did not become Emperor by being taken advantage of. He took advantage of every situation, not of people. He utilizes that which is capable for his best positive future. So that's a good thing too. And we also had the death, right? Not death physically, spiritually, emotionally. The bishop standing there going, I know that I can appreciate you. The white horse, the flag with the white lotuses and things upon it, talks about the pureness, the spirituality side, the emotional purity that, within each of these, throughout the wheel of fortune, through each of these cycles, we transmute. We're mutable signs. We're adaptable, and we understand that. We take pain and we transmute it. We alchemize pain into something positive always. And then followed death, then the devil. So to me, if this had come out in any other fashion throughout this reading, with more reversed cards or maybe some situations, I would take death as to be chained to perhaps like addictions, perhaps to whatever, codependency attached to. It could apply to a lot of things across the wheel, right? However, with the Wheel of Fortune coming out, with the Emperor coming out, with death coming out, transmutation, these cards, I don't even need to show you again, but just knowing that, what this means to me is we're no longer going to take what we've been taking. This cycle ends. It's done. I feel like that is exactly what the Devil card is saying. It exposed to you what you have been chained to, and that's about to change. So we got two more cards. Couldn't have been any better. Page of Pentacles now. So you see what I mean? The Page of Pentacles is the beginning of this new cycle, a new offering. It feels young in nature. And like I said before, whenever I saw the other page, so the Page of Swords coming out. So all of these things are coming in slowly. And we have to realize, and as soon as I said that, I kind of have to backtrack here because then, bam, the Eight of Wands. Moving in fast. So it's your decision. You have a decision. You can either take this as it comes in on you like a loaded weight because you're not used to accepting your blessings, or you can allow the absolute necessary change of the cycle and let it bless you. You know what? I am so content with stopping right here. Whew. Take it all in. Take it all in. go back and watch those other readings because I am not even joking. And like I said, I need to get my camera set up to where you can watch me shuffle the cards. I don't want you to think I'm trying to place cards in a way, because I'm not trying to clickbait anybody. I love the energy of the cards. I like to feel what's taking place. And this really feels very comparable, if I'm saying that right, to the other two readings. They were both very much a blessing type card and an eye opener for me, because like I said, I'm a Pisces, and I feel deeply. And so here we go. I hope that maybe this helped somebody. I hope that you can take this as a blessing. I hope that you can see it and go, I'm going to accept that there are some things that are changing in my life, and I'm going to be in control. You know, I'm going to I'm going to be that emperor. The emperor is most definitely in control of his emotional. He doesn't. He no longer allows um, uh, unnecessary things in his life. You know, he's promoting all things that are going to be beneficial for his sovereignty and the sovereignty of his people. So the people around him also gain from that blessing. So that's a message in itself. So I love you guys. I appreciate you coming in here. Hopefully this helps somebody. I'm going to try to get one more read in for the mutable signs, and then I'm going to switch over and we'll do the cardinal signs. So if you know somebody who's, you know, other than your most precious sign, then you might let them know. Share this video with somebody. Just let them know that's coming up. Anyway, thanks for coming in and enjoying this with me. So we'll see you on the next one. All right.